Hi everybody. I saw an article here online, and I figured that this would be pretty funny to put on here, since I was talking about the other day about how some representative from the state of North Carolina wanted to put Reagan on a $50 bill instead of Grant. This is about another president, and I'm pretty sure MadBadVoodo isn't going to remember this president being in office. It's pretty good. It's involving library books. But I wanted to share this with you guys. I'm going to read this from the Kentucky Post. Turn them down here. But I wanted to share this with you guys, make you laugh. Okay, this is called George Washington Racks Up Late Fees at New York Library. And it says, New York, in the AP, if George Washington were alive today, he might face a pretty hefty overdue library fine. New York City's oldest library says one of its ledgers shows that the president has racked up 220 years worth of late fees on 2 books he borrowed but never returned. One of the books was called The Law of Nations, which deals with international relations. The other was a volume of debates from Britain's House of Commons. Both books were due back on November the 2nd, 1789. New York Society Library head librarian Mark Bartlett says the institution isn't seeking payment of the fines, but would love to get the books back. The ledger also lists the books having been taken up by other founding fathers, including Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr, and John Jay. The entry on Washington simply lists the borrower as president. Of course, I don't see who wrote this, but I thought this was pretty funny. What's the likeliness of, them finding those books from, the first president of this country, That, I thought that was, a hoot. Because Tony and I have a joke about the Cold Spring Library, because it seems like everybody and their sister who's sick ends up in that library. And Tony goes, if you're sick, you're well enough to go into the Cold Spring Library. Excuse me. Yes. But it's pretty funny. You have to wonder what George was so busy doing back then that he, forgot to return 2 books. But I read that article verbatim from the Kentucky Post, so don't come screaming at me for it later, but I just saw that and I thought, oh wow, what was he doing that he was so busy he forgot? I would bet money that they're in his library at Mount Vernon. I would seriously bet money and wouldn't be shocked at all if, they went and checked at Mount Vernon and George's library and saw them, both books. I would bet money that that's where they are. Well, anyway, I wanted to thank you guys for watching and hope you have a good evening. Bye.